welcome back to Fun with Fords. I am Eric, and today we're installing the RDS tank. Now, it's not very light, but it's not too heavy. It's all aluminum. The problem I'm finding is there is no space for the valve on the side because of this little hump that comes in here, and it's the exact same on the other side, which leaves me with this gap. So what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to notch a little piece in the side of the bed there, which I'm not excited about doing, but I need to slide this back all the way to the edge of the bed rail here. So I'm going to try and figure out the best way to do that. When I looked underneath of here, when I look in the back here, it looks like that little hump is this right here. So here's the edge of the bed. So I'm thinking if I notch right here, I can easily bring the line out, and then I can tap into the fuel neck. So that might make it a lot easier than I've seen other install videos. So it looks like all I have to do is take this out, slice a piece off, put the little notch in here. There's a lot of space up in here. Run the line down around in through the little knots that I'm going to make, and I think it'll work pretty well. So we will give some things some thought, and we'll be back. Okay, before I start drilling and cutting, I have the pieces that I'm going to be putting in. This is the inline thing for the filler neck, where the fuel auxiliary fuel tube will come down and meet with the filler neck. This is an RDS product. I bought this off of them in addition to the tank. And this is something that I made myself, and this will be coming out of the tank. It'll come through the hose. The fuel hose will come through the notch and then enter into here. And then these are two one-way valves. And then these are two T-junctions. So my idea is, now this is a future thing. I've capped these off for right now. But I want to have a fuel pump and a fuel filter. So when both of these are open, the fuel will flow straight through. But when I close one off, in the future when I have a fuel pump and a filter, the fuel will come down through here, run through the system, and come back up and go into the tank. And then this will This side will meet up with this at the fuel neck. But like I said, I've capped these two off for right now until I decide exactly how I'm going to do it. Now I've already built this with the thread tape. I've seen some other people on other installations that have used the white plumber's tape. Now that is good for water pipes. But this is the yellow tape that is, you can read it, it's good for petroleum products such as gas, natural gas, kerosene, different types of fuels. So this won't get eaten away the way that the white plumber's tape does. So this is specially made for fuel product things. And these are brass valves. These aren't plastic or rubber valves. So these are specifically made for gas as well. So I'm going to find a place to mount this. I'm thinking it's going to have to be under the truck. And then I'm going to work on the notching out the piece of the bed, which I don't really want to do, but I don't have much of a choice. And then we'll work on the filler neck last, and then mounting the tank. All right. Okay, after about 3 or 4 test fits, I had to cut down these tabs on both sides in order to get them to fit. So it'll sit in there clean. And then I marked the location on the driver's side where this is going to go, and I'm going to drill a hole straight through, and hopefully that'll work. And then this is a vent tube, so I'm thinking I'm going to need to drill another hole to vent this all the way down to the bottom. Because I don't, if gas flows out of here, or not gas, fuel. If fuel flows out of here as an overflow or what have you, I don't want it leaking in the bed. So I'll think about that, but first things are getting this hole drilled for this, and then we'll test fit this in place. Once it's in place, then I'll mark the holes where I need to drill for the bolts that are going to go in, and then I'll drill those in the bed. Hopefully they go in pretty smooth, and then it should work. All right. All right, I drilled a test hole, and it came out just where I thought it would. Perfect. So that should give plenty of clearance and space for the line and everything. So, okay. So let me see if I can get that in place, and then work on mounting the tank, and then removing the fuel neck. Okay, the tank is in there, and there's the hole I drilled. I'm going to look and see if that's all lined up. It looks like it's lined up. There's enough clearance now that it slides all the way to the back. So there's no gap here. All right, let's go look underneath. There's the hole. Let's see if we can get up in here. Here's the bolt. Looks like it might work. All right, I'm going to take that bolt out, and then I'll see if I can screw in the fuel hose line. All right. So this is the cover plate that fits in here. It's these tabs are really quite fragile, but what you have to do is pull it from this side. There's a little lip under here, right here. You pull it, and then you can release these tabs, and then you pull it out that way so that you don't break these little tabs here. And then I took the 3 8mm bolts out. So now we're going to go on the other underside and see if we can get this loose. It's coming. Can't get up there with a wrench or a screwdriver, so this one is way back in there. All right, getting this out was pretty difficult. The hose clamps came off just fine, but trying to get this loose from the pipe that was in there, and the fact that there's very little room to work with. So, but I got it out. It took me about 10 minutes, but I got everything loose. So, being that this is the same diameter as this, what I'm thinking of doing is just cutting this piece off, because I can put this right back up with the hose leading into the tank. I just put this, and I'll cut it off right there, and then I'll put this piece in place to seal it up, and we should be good to go. And this has to face upwards. This has to go toward the top, which there should be plenty enough clearance for this to face up like that. So, all right, some more cutting. Okay, here's the finished piece. Cut the piece out, and then I put this is going to attach directly to the line, the tube going to the tank, and then I put the rubber splice in here, and then I've got it angled the way it needs to be toward the top, and I've got the line here connected. I'll cut this to fit as I need it, but I wanted to get this attached first because there is very limited space in there. So it'd be easier just to attach it, and then I'll cut it to fit last. All right, let's get this put in. Okay, it's in. All put back together, just the way it's supposed to be. Now I just have to cut and fit the line running up here, and then cut and fit and run this line, and then figure out where I'm going to mount my on-off switches. So next thing is to get the tank secured to the bed using the spring bolts, and then plumb it up and we should be good. All right. Okay, the fuel tank is in. Got the air line running down there. Got it all bolted up. Don't know if you can see too well. There's the line running in through the bed. I drilled 2 holes, one for the airline or air, whatever it is, air vent, and then the other one for the actual fuel line. Okay, let's look underneath. Okay, so I got it all plumbed up. Here's the here's the line I showed before. Here's the line running in from the tank, runs in, and then if I open this, it'll run straight into the tank right there. Right there. And like I said, these are capped off for some future use. I made a bracket to support this, and I mounted it to one of the bolts holding the fuel neck on. So it's pretty sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, it took me all day. And I think it's going to be well worth it. With fuel prices the way they are nowadays, if I can save 20, 30, 40 cents a gallon, this thing will pay for itself within a year, maybe a little less. All right, I'm going to test it out tomorrow, fill it with some fuel, and see how it works. So let me know what you think. Please comment and let me know how you think this setup will work. All right, have a great day.